your keyboard and thought that why isn't it in ABC, I mean alphabetical order? Like who thought QWERTY was a good idea? And now more than a century later, you're still typing on a layout designed for machines that could literally get stuck. So yeah, this is why keyboard is not arranged in alphabetical order. Well, the answer goes all the way back to 1800s. Early typewriters actually experimented with alphabetical layouts, but there was a huge problem. If people typed too fast, the metal arms inside the typewriter could get stuck together. So inventor Christopher Latham Scholes spent years rearranging the keys, separating commonly used letter combination to reduce those jams. And that weird layout eventually became QWERTY. People got used to it, and even when computers arrived, there was no real reason to make everyone relearn typing. So QWERTY stuck around.
Pakistan's road to stability. Just a few years ago, Pakistan was facing one of its most difficult economic periods. Inflation was soaring. Foreign exchange reserve had fallen sharply. There were widespread concerns about economic stability. Today, the government says Pakistan is moving from crisis management towards recovery. Since taking office by a government led by Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has focused on stabilizing the economy through reforms, international financial support. One of its biggest milestones was securing and implementing the IMF's Extended Fund Facility, which the IMF says has contributed to improving financing conditions, rebuilding confidence, and supporting economic recovery. The government has also highlighted a significant decline in inflation from its peak, improvement in foreign exchange reserves, and progress towards broader microeconomic stability. The IMF has likewise pointed to reserve rebuilding and stronger fiscal performance, while noting that further reforms are still needed. Another major initiative is the Special Investment Facilitation Council, established to accelerate investment in agriculture, mining, energy, information technology, and other strategic sectors by bringing together civilians and military institutions to facilitate larger projects. The government has also promoted tax reforms, digitalization of public services, export promotion, energy sector reforms, and efforts to attract investment from countries including Saudi Arabia and the UAE, Qatar, Azerbaijan, and China. On the security front, under Field Marshal Syed Asim Munir, the military has emphasized counter-terrorism operations, border security, and support for a national economic initiative, including the SIFC, with that stated goal of improving investor confidence. Officials have also welcomed international backing, including the IMF program and a long-term World Bank partnership worth $20 billion focused on areas such as energy, education, climate resilience, and development news. Pakistan's journey is far from over. Economic challenges remain and sustained reforms will be needed. But the government says these initiatives are laying the foundation for a more stable economy, greater investment, stronger security, and long-term national development.